What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best farms to build mid-game / early game, because farming isn't really a good idea to do late game. Now, I will do a separate video on this for mob farms too, but if you want your suggestions to get into videos like this guy, I'll probably put him up on screen right here. Make sure to comment your idea in the comment section, and I will probably do it. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so the main thing you're going to want to do on this is, if you're going to want to start farming early game, the best thing you can do early game is, when you first get into a hub, you want to go and farm wheat. Like, farm wheat. Farm wheat to get, your max, as much farming level as you can. That's by far the best way, like this guy. Except he's pretty fast. So, after you're done doing that, I'd suggest getting farming level 10 or however much it takes to get Jacob. As you can see, I've done a bit of contests from him. That was a while ago though. I could get about 300, 400, 300,000, 320,000 sugarcane consistently. And the reason why is because I have a maxed sugarcane hoe. Here, let me do it so you guys can see it better. Blessed Turning Sugarcane Hoe, Cultivating 9, Harvesting 6, Turbo Cane 5, 32 million counter, which is pretty impressive because it takes a while to farm even 1 million. So, it's gonna take a while, like a long grind. I did mine during Derpy, which got my farming level up a lot, because I'm farming 38, but there's 2 different pets that you're gonna want to use for farming. The first one being the elephant pet. I would really recommend the elephant pet for more late game instead of early game, because as you can see, level 100 legendary elephant pet costs 23 million coins. That's a pretty hefty price. The other one you could use is the rabbit pet. Now the second pet I'm going to be talking about is more of an early game pet. You can either get the epic variant or the legendary variant. It doesn't really matter, it's just the legendary variant comes at a much more steep cost if you're going to be doing this early game. But this pet is going to be the rabbit pet, and it's good because it gives more farming XP. Now, I would suggest buying a level 1 because you can level it up, and then once you're done with it, you can sell it. Let's find a good one. Level 100 rabbit pet. Yeah, 8 million. You could turn 700k into 8 million just by farming for a bit. Now, that is a really good money-making method, but there is better money-making methods. Now, let's get straight into the farms that you should make. Now, as you can see, I have a pretty big farm for my island, and this is pretty big, and it took a couple hours to make, but the ingredients you're going to need for this is a builder's wand, infinite dirt wand, and a magical water bucket if you want it to go faster. But the first crop I'd recommend you make is sugarcane, because sugarcane, I don't know if it's sugarcane or pumpkin, but those two, either of them give like the most farming XP out of all of them. And the reason why you want farming XP is because if you see certain perk right here, farmhand 39, as you can see in my level, grants like 152 fortune, which fortune is what gets you more drops. So the more that you farm and get that stuff is the more drops that you can get, which means more money. And the more money you get, it's the better the money making method. For sugarcane, if you have a standard sized island, I would recommend doing 3 layers, but you can do 2.5 if you want. It might not be fully grown at the start then, but for this, you can put teleport pads at each side. If I go down here, you can see that I have teleport pads here, so that I can just keep on farming. And then I have a teleport pad at the top, right here. See, Sugarcane Farm and Netherwort Farm. Now, you can see how I have a pretty big Netherwort Farm. Netherwort farms are only really useful once you have a pretty high farming level, because you can see I got this right here. You're probably gonna want to be in 1.12.2 for farming netherwort because the hitboxes are bigger. But alright guys, now we're gonna get into the tools that you will need. Now there's a couple different things that you'll need, and they're based on early game, mid game, and late game. This is for farming. Just farming, not in terms of money-wise. Now if you're just starting the game, I would recommend getting one whole hoe and only one hoe. And that would be the rookie hoe. The rookie hoe is by far the best hoe in the game for early game players. And you can see it's only at 10 coins, so you can just farm a bit there, buy this, and you could probably get a bronze medal in a week contest. That's how uncompetitive they are. You can probably get a bronze medal right away, and if you go up to the Anita shop, you can see you can get pretty good stuff with the bronze medals. You can see you can get this just with the Jacob's ticket. You can already get this. You already could get a great hoe of tilling, and if you get enough bronze medals, you can trade 2 bronze medals for 1 silver and 4 silver for 1 gold, and you can do that pretty quickly. Like Jacob's contest, they're at the 15th minute of every single hour, and they may differ on what type of crop that you can farm. You can see that if I go in here, this one's live right now for a cactus, carrot, and melon. So you have 3 different crops that you can farm for each different contest. Now, the higher crops you farm in that contest is the more higher placement you get, and the higher placement you get is the higher rank that you get. The second one I'm going to be talking about right now is the mathematical hoe blueprint. And if you go into the Nita shop and you go and look at it, you can see that, well, this doesn't even give any farming stats, but then you can, well, I don't have one right now, but you can see that you can just look at it, and you can like basically make it into whatever crop you're farming. You can make it that hoe, which I would recommend doing a sugarcane hoe, like right here. If you get that, and then you can just buy the stuff off the auction house of what you need for it. Like, you could get, I would recommend getting the Blessed Reforge. If you go over here, this guy, he sells, where is it? Blessed Fruit. Now, Blessed Fruit is 1,000,000 coins, but it is 100% worth it. Now, you could upgrade these hoes, so that's why I'm going to base it as late game, because late game would be like this, 32 million counter, and, you have like pretty much maxed out except for cultivating 10, which is 100 million crops farmed, and I don't know how anybody would do that. Like, there's some insane grinders. I don't know how people do that, but this is what I would classify as late game. Some of the enchants that you will need for farming is harvesting. Now, harvesting, you're gonna want to get a good harvesting one. Now, I would recommend getting harvesting 6, because it doesn't really cost that much, only 145k, and you could just farm a bit for that, and it's way better than harvesting 5. And the second enchant that you're going to get is Turbo, and it comes in a couple different variants. You get them each from placing at a bronze or above from each contest. Now, you get Turbo Cane, Turbo Carrot, Turbo Wart, Turbo Melon. You can get basically anything, and you want to put it on the specific hoe or specific item that you're farming it with. There is some automated farming designs, and I will put a link in the description for that. But for sugarcane, the sugarcane farm that I built, you only need to press 2 buttons. If you go into controls and you press your attack/destroy button to your space bar, and you just go in here, you can just, if you have the right speed, which I'm pretty sure you got to get rancher boots, it's 327, and you can just go like this and destroy all of it. Destroy all of it. There's going to be a certain angle you're going to want to. So if you look at this, you're going to get 135 straight. Like that. 135. That's going to be the right angle that you're going to want, so that you don't go too fast. And you can just go like this. And back and forth, holding spacebar. And it may take a while, but you're probably going to want a second monitor for this. Now, a second monitor will help you with not being able to get bored easily because you can just watch YouTube. I'm pretty sure that is going to be it, and remember, if you guys want to see a tutorial on something that you may be interested about, just leave that down in the comments, and I will probably make a video on it sooner or later. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one.